An alternate reality, a dystopian world where America has been drained and nearly destroyed by a massive war, and a dictatorship has risen to power. Ordinary people are struggling to make ends meet, and the only way to change their lives is an annual competition, where 50 participants from different states walk under the watch of guards until only one of them remains standing. The winner receives a huge sum of money and has their deepest wish granted, while those who leave the track face a grim fate. Even those who slow down are killed on the spot. Stephen King is one of the most frequently adapted authors of our time, with some of his works being turned into feature films and series multiple times. The Long Walk is one of King's earliest novellas, written when he was just 18, but its journey to the screen has been as long as its title suggests. The first attempt to adapt it was made in the late 80s by zombie horror maestro George Romero. Then, in the 2000s, Frank Darabont tried to launch his own version, but it was Francis Lawrence, the creator of Constantine, I Am Legend, and the Hunger Games film series, which shares much in common with The Long Walk, who finally brought it to completion. Looking at King's original text, it was a dark, reflective parable about how violence, bloodshed, and death affect people, unexpectedly mature and profound for a recent teenager. The filmmakers predictably changed a great deal. While there's little point in discussing minor details like the number of participants, the race of certain characters, or the speed the characters had to maintain, what's important is that the adaptation of The Long Walk subtly but significantly alters the story's message. This becomes the small pebble in the shoe that, over time, grinds the entire foot raw. The main issue with the film version of The Long Walk is that it's humanistic cinema of the most mass-produced kind. A film whose creators don't trust their audience, so they chew every detail, every thought, into bland mush. Instead of stark, detached observations and marginal notes, we get typical Hollywood dramaturgy, which declaims and proclaims what's good and what's bad with the elegance of a steam hammer. Instead of existential questions, we get ready-made answers delivered in the form of perfectly articulated dialogues and monologues. Instead of the bleak, terrifying ending of the book, we get a beautiful gesture that brutally replaces a question mark with an exclamation point. And yet, the film has good box office returns, easily recouping its $20 million budget, high ratings from critics, and unconditional love from ordinary viewers who rated The Long Walk among the best Stephen King adaptations. Is this mass deafness to the preachy tone and straightforward didacticism, or is it something else? Perhaps it's because this film, much like The Hunger Games, entertains with others' pain and suffering, but serves it up with a sauce of humanism and love for humanity. The excellent performances by Cooper Hoffman and David Jonsson are genuinely needed in this production. They skillfully mask the heavy-handed approach to the material with subtle nuances, and some scenes, like the episode where one of the characters meets his mother, are executed with particular sharpness and poignancy. But overall, alas, the adaptation falls noticeably short of the source material, if only because it talks too much. After all, the most powerful impression is always left by what's hidden between the lines, and here between them, you only hear the clicks of the Hollywood conveyor belt.